my name is Richard Holliday. I'm Head of Industrial Applications at the World Gold Council, and I'd like to tell you a little bit about some of the green and clean technologies that we're presenting here at Nanotech 2008. Many people aren't aware, in fact, that gold is actually a very important industrial metal. Over $10 billion worth of gold went into important industrial uses in 2007, and a number of those are related to the use of gold in nanoparticulate form. Gold has very different properties when it's used in the form of nanoparticles, and these have been exploited by people in a range of important environmental applications, which I'd like to briefly describe to you now. Looking firstly at the automotive industry, automotive pollution control is a very important technology for the control of emissions from both gasoline and diesel engines, and we're pleased to be working with a company called NanoStella, who are based in Redwood City in California. NanoStella have developed a technology that actually uses gold as a cost-saving material in the automotive catalyst market. It's not very often that you see gold being used in a cost-saving application, but because gold is half the price of platinum, NanoStella have found a way that automotive manufacturers can reduce the cost of catalysts used in diesel oxidation catalysts. These are important applications in the area of environmental pollution control. Another area that's interesting is in terms of water purification. There are a number of research groups around the world who are using gold in nanoparticulate form for controlling pollution in terms of contamination from pollutants such as endosulfan or trichloroethane. These type of contaminants are a real problem in a number of groundwater situations, and the Indian Institute of Technology have recently shown that endosulfan can be controlled through the use of gold nanoparticles, and potentially also control the contamination of drinking water in terms of mercury and arsenic as well. In the US, researchers at Rice University, Professor Michael Wong, have shown that gold, when combined with palladium, can be used to control trichloroethane contamination. And this is currently being progressed now up to a pilot plant stage. So we're starting to get to a point where some of these technologies are actually emerging from the research laboratory into practical commercial applications. Another interesting area is actually control of mercury emissions. One of the big polluters of mercury are coal-fired power stations in the US, and there's a need to reduce the level of mercury emissions from these sources. A number of technologies are currently being trialled, and it's interesting that two of them are actually based on the use of gold. One of these is called MERCAP, and this involves the use of gold in the stacks of the power station, which literally suck up the mercury as it's emitted from the power station, and these gold-plated stacks can be removed from the power station and regenerated, and it's a very efficient way of containing gold emissions from these sources. There's also a trial currently undergoing operation at a power station in San Antonio in Texas, where they're using a gold-based catalyst to again control mercury emissions emitted from the coal at this source. So these are just some of the many examples that we're seeing where gold has a number of positive environmental applications.